Hello everybody, my name is Ben. Welcome to Minnesota Sports HQ. If this is your first time joining us, please subscribe and hit that like button. Really mean a lot to me. Just getting back into this, hopefully planning on doing 1 or 2 videos a week, depending on how time allows. Today, you might have guessed it by the title, but we're going to be doing a season preview for Minnesota United. Now, they've played 2 games already, did really well in both of them, beat Portland 3-1, and then beat San Jose 5-1, which was... well, both of them were very good games. I was fortunate enough to watch the first one. But nevertheless, we're just going to do a season preview. I'm going to go over the transfers that occurred over the winter, as well as what our roster looks like, what I'm projecting in terms of where we should finish. So let's get straight into it. As you know, I'm a big soccer fan, so we got a Minnesota United jersey over there. And also one over there too. So just, supporting the brand. We got the hat too. So let's get straight into it. The first thing we're going to be looking at is transfers that we got over the winter. The main one, we got a new striker, Luis Amarilla from Paraguay. And he promised he'd score 25 goals this season, which could be impacted by the coronavirus, of course, stopping some of the season. He did get 2 or 3 goals already, so he's off to a great start there, but he was the main transfer we brought in as our striker. Other than that, just kind of some role players. We brought in Jose Eja, 26-year-old center back from Uruguay, who might contend for a starting role, depending on Boxall and Opara's health this year. Other than that, Vito Manone isn't coming back, or he didn't come back. He went back to Europe to be with his family. So we signed the other top goalkeeper in the league, Tyler Miller, from LAFC. So pretty solid at the back. So those were most of our transfers. The main one we wanted, we've been looking for a center attacking midfielder, but unfortunately we couldn't get Bibelo Reynoso from Boca Juniors. There was talk of getting him over the entire winter, but it looks like we're going to have to wait till the summer to possibly sign him. But Boca didn't want to let him go, and apparently we didn't offer quite enough money. So hopefully that gets taken care of soon. I would really love to see him, because that's kind of the one area we're a little lacking in right now. So now I'm going to go position by position, go through who we have, and we'll go from there. So starting off with the goal. The goalkeepers, as I mentioned, we lost Vito Manone, top goalkeeper in the league last year. So we signed the second best goalkeeper in the league, Tyler Miller from LAFC. He's going to be our starter, wearing number 1. He looked pretty good in the first 2 games. I was a little worried about him coming over from LAFC because they had the ball so much possession that he wasn't really pressured very often. So now moving to Minnesota, we do have a great defense. Too, but I don't know if it's going to be as easy for him. Backing him up, we have Dane St. Clair, who we drafted last year. Pretty good. We've loaned him out to our smaller team, the Madison Forwards, a few times, but he's back right now. And we just signed a 16-year-old he just turned 16. He's 6'5". Fred Emmings, who was born in St. Paul, and he plays for the Luxembourg national team, or the youth teams anyway. But speaking of the defense, that was very good last year. This is really what Minnesota United needed last year to make the playoffs, was a better defense, and we look very solid. For center backs, we have Ike Opara, Brent Coleman, the new Jose Eja, and Michael Boxall, the New Zealander. So those are the 4 we have there. Those will do just fine. Ike obviously won Defender of the Year last year, well deserved. Coleman and Boxall have proven very good last year as well. The real strength in this team, though, is the fullbacks, the left back and right back. We have Chase Gasper, who just played for the U.S. men's national team for the first time a couple months ago. He plays left back. another draft pick last year. And then we have Romain Métanire, the Madagascar right back, who is very good, who has gotten voted to many Team of the Weeks over his time in MLS. And then to back them up, we have Hassani Dotson, who's typically a center midfielder, another draftee by us. But when Gasper or Métanire needs a break, he'll typically play left back or right back, unless we bring one of our other center backs over. We've done that before. Now moving into the midfield, I'm going to do 2 center defensive mids and a center attacking mid, so we're going to be playing a 4-3-3. So at our 2 center defensive mids, we're going to have Osvaldo Alonso and Jan Gregus. Gregus is obviously right there. Got his autograph at the State Fair last year. That was awesome. But as far as other midfielders, Hassani Dotson can also play that center defensive mid role. But other than that, that's kind of about all we got for center defensive mid. And then looking at center attacking mid, which is really, I think, the weakness of our team. We have a young guy, Thomas Chacon, who can play attacking midfielder or left wing. I hope we use him a lot more. We haven't really been using him, though. We have Kevin Molino, who played well in the first 2 games. He's been playing center attacking mid, but he can also play right wing. So for now, I hope we stick to Molino, because also Robin Lod can play center attacking midfielder. I'm not a big fan of him. He can stay out on the left wing and not do much. And then right wing, Ethan Finley, the American from Duluth. Really, I'm just kind of expecting him to be average. He's not a superstar, but also he's whipped in a couple good crosses for Amaria to get his head on. So he is actually not the weakest link in our team. And then strikers, we have 2 really good strikers. We have Luis Amaria, as I mentioned, who wants to get 25 goals this year. And then to back him up, we have Mason Toy, who played for the under-23s, U.S. under-23s this past summer. And he scored some really good goals last year, so really impressed with him so far. So our strikers are honestly fine, which was our problem last year. We had Angelo Rodriguez and I'm blanking on his name. He was that bad. But another Ecuadorian who wasn't the greatest. Nevertheless, looking at our lineup, Tyler Miller in goal, Iko Para, Michael Boxall, Romain Métanire, Chase Gasper, Osvaldo Alonso, Jan Gregus. I think Kevin Molino is going to stay center attacking mid. And then left wing is going to be Lod or Chacon. Hopefully Chacon, because he's only 19 and he's really good. So I hope we can see more of him. Right wing, Ethan Finley. And then up front, we have 2 really good strikers. So as far as how we're going to do this season, we won both our games in very convincing fashion over Portland, who's a really good team, and San Jose, who is not a great team. If we don't make the playoffs, our coach should be fired. Adrian Heath should be fired if we don't make the playoffs. We have such a solid defense and such a good attack that, let's just say this. I thought we were going to be fighting for a playoff spot last year, and then our defense was amazing. We ended up getting 3rd in the conference. I think we should aim for that this year, 3rd in the Western Conference. Both LA teams are going to be good, fighting there with us. Seattle will be fighting there with us. Sporting Kansas City will be too. So anywhere in that top 5 I'm okay with, but we should at least probably aim for 3rd. I'd say we have a reasonable chance to get the most points in the league this year. We might not, depending on injuries, but it's definitely possible to win the Supporters' Shield this year. As far as playoffs, I really just want to win a playoff game. I don't care where we finish. We just have to win a playoff game after losing last year, the game we shouldn't have lost, to be frankly honest. We really should not have lost that game to the LA Galaxy in the playoffs last year. So hopefully we can get some revenge, win a playoff game this year, and who knows, maybe even win MLS Cup. That would be awesome. So hope you guys enjoyed. That's been my Minnesota United 2020 recap. I have some other videos planned involving Vikings free agency and a Twins preview, so hopefully I can get one out this weekend and give you guys some content over this quarantine period. So I hope you guys are staying good, staying safe, and until next time, have a great day.